Tom Kohler-Cadmore missed out on his maiden Championship 100 as the LV County Championship match between Worcestershire and Glamorgan maintained its balance on the second day at New Road. Kohler-Cadmore began the second day on a championship best of 60, made out of his side's 266 for 5, and he would have had a ton at the back of his mind as he started again in an encouraging fashion. He lost Jack Shantry at the other end in the 5th over of the morning, the night watchman helping a ball from Michael Hogan to Tom Lansfield at long leg to go for 17. That gave Hogan his 4th wicket of the innings. It left the home side on 293 for 6 after 101 overs, leaving another 9 to try to get what could turn out to be more important bonus points. Worcestershire may have had their eyes on 4 for their batting, as Kohler-Cadmore and Ben Cox added another 25 runs for the 7th wicket. In the end, though, they had to settle for 3 points as Cox on 17 was bowled by Jim Allenby, before Kohler-Cadmore's fine knock was brought to an end on 85 when he was given out LBW to Rory Smith. Worcestershire passed the 350 mark in the 113th over, with Joe Leach trying to push the score along before he became the 3rd man of the morning to get out on 17. He nicked off to Allenby with a total on 352, and the innings was concluded in the next over without another run being added as Saeed Ajmal was LBW on the sweep to Dean Koska. Glamorgan were left with 25 minutes to bat before lunch, but to the 9th ball of their reply, Charlie Morris found the edge of Lansfield's bat and Tom Fell cleaned up in the slips. Lansfield was out for a single, but Jacques Rudolph and Will Bragg survived until lunch, taking the score to 14 for 1 in the process. The two then made steady progress in the early part of the afternoon session, both batsmen probably with part of their minds thinking ahead to a long spell from Ajmal, a man who's taken bags of wickets on this ground in recent games. These two left-handers batted well against the home seamers, ensuring that their side was not facing an uphill battle to stay in contention for the rest of this match, even when they were faced with the biggest threat to any batting lineup across the country this summer. In 33 overs together, these two added 75 runs for the 2nd wicket, taking the total to 80. Naturally, it was Ajmal who broke the developing stand by having Bragg caught at slip by Darryl Mitchell for 28. That gave the Pakistani his 45th wicket of the campaign. The man Worcestershire really wanted, though, was Rudolph, a player who suddenly hit top form. This effortless shot off Moeen Ali took him to his latest half-century off 107 balls, that being his 7th 4. He'd done it while batting with a runner after being hit by a throw when on 16. Ali, now England's test spinner, was given plenty of overs and earned 1 success when he straightened one to have Ben Wright LBW for 9. That left the Welshman on 103 for 3, and Rudolph was then nearly held in the slips off a thick outside edge off Ajmal. Became a fascinating battle between one of the very best bowlers in the world and an injured batsman who has more than 17,000 first-class runs to his name. Mitchell has had the luxury of being able to crowd the batsman, with Ajmal providing his trickery. With the pressure on Chris Cook, he was trapped in front by Ajmal to go for 11. About the only batsman who's got the better of the spinner this season has been Glenn Maxwell at Hampshire. He decided to attack Ajmal, and that policy was also employed by Jim Allenby, who swept this ball for a 6. Rudolph was also getting the better of the bowler as he moved towards what would have been his 3rd successive 100 after a rather slow start to his Glamorgan career. The South African is clearly enjoying the middle of the English summer, where he's been full of runs. In spite of the success of Ajmal this summer, Worcestershire are by no means a one-man outfit. Leach proved that by yorking Allenby for a runner ball 34 to bring an end to a 5th wicket partnership on 51. And when Rudolph, just 12 runs shy of his hat-trick of hundreds, was run out by Ajmal's direct throw, Glamorgan had slipped to 190 for 6. It was Lansfield, the runner, who failed to make his ground at the non-striker's end. Wallace, though, continued by batting out the rest of the day, and he raced along to 33, made from just 31 balls before the close. Glamorgan ended the day on 222 for 6, which means that they will head into day 3 trailing by 130 runs. With Ajmal bowling last on this pitch, the Welshmen can't afford to concede too much of a lead to their hosts, which makes the third morning a very important one.